Good evening. Not sure if anyone's going to be available to chat with me tonight or not, but I'm getting my iPad ready so that if you have questions I can answer them. Hope you guys are having a great night. Hope your day was good, really. Saturdays are a good day to get things done, and I felt like it was a pretty good day for myself. I got a lot of stuff done. I got up decently early this morning and cleaned my house up. We'd been gone for a good portion of the week, and so we got back. It seemed like we were hurrying around trying to get everything else done, so I didn't get much done then. So this morning was playing catch up. I'm sure you all can associate with that. And then I went to Terre Haute, went to Hobby Lobby. I like to call that glory land. If you're a crafter, you know what I mean. I used to take my daughter. She used to hate going with me. We would go to places like Joann's and Hobby Lobby and things like that, and we'd be there for hours. And she was like, "Mom, I hate going with you." Anyway, now she goes too. But we went to Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby. Got me some more paint and some more crafting things, glitter, inks. I'm pretty excited about that. Came home, fixed some dinner, and here I am. So hope you had just as good of an evening. I'm not sure who is with me, but thank you so much for joining us. A couple people. Kind of wait a little bit and see if anyone else can join us tonight or not. So I know there's a lot of things going on, and this probably isn't the best time, but I wanted to get out there and at least have some time to chat with you guys. So tonight I wanted to talk to you a little bit about it's something called pour, like a pour, and we're going to do this on this cup. This is a coffee mug, one of the stainless steel coffee mugs. You can see inside is stainless steel, double lined, keeps your hot drinks hot for a long time. So we're going to pour it on there, and we're actually going to use 4 different colors. We're going to mix them, but we're not going to stir them, so that they'll be just kind of a organized chaos, I guess would be the best way to put it. But we're going to use green, and we're going to use, it's called, Bimini blue. I call that turquoise, but Bimini blue. And then we're going to use some blue cotton. It's a light blue, baby blue. And hi, how are you? Let me see if I can get into there. I'm sorry. I'm kind of new at this. Hey, how are you? Oops, sorry. Let me shut my... Hello from North Carolina, Sandra Phillips. Hi, Rick and Karen. Hi, Mandy. Nice to have you guys with me tonight. I hope you guys are having a great evening. As I was saying, I'm going to do what they call a pour. Let me see if I can get this off here. I hope you guys are having a great evening. Here we go. Shut the ringer off. So anyway, we're gonna create an arrangement of colors here, and we're going to go ahead. Hi, friend. Nice. I'm glad you like it. I love my cup. This is the one that I'm carrying right now, and I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it or not, but it's like a dark purple up to like a dusty rose color. I love this cup. It makes me smile whenever I drink out of it. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do what we call a pour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to water these paints down. We've got Lime Tree, we've got Bimini Blue, and we've got a Blue Cotton, which is like a baby blue. And then this is a color shifting one, and it's called Blue Flash, but it's a darker blue. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these and I'm going to pour them in here. Hi, Miss Karen. Nice to see you tonight. So I'm just going to pour just a little bit, and you can see the cup here. I'm just barely going to put any in the bottom, and I'm just going to put a little bit of water in there to water it down. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So let me go ahead and put those in there. I'm glad you guys were able to join me tonight. Hope you can learn something with this. This has been kind of a new thing I've seen on a lot of the Facebook pages that I follow. Hi, Donna. Miss Donna stopped in and saw me this week. It was so good to see her. She's a fellow crafter too. But online they call this the dirty pour. I have a hard time calling it that. So I just call this the pour technique, and not P-O-O-R, but P-O-U-R. So I think that you'll like this though. I've done a couple of them already, and I just love the results. And once again, because it is a unique thing, it's, you know, no two pours are ever going to be the same. This is going to be a one of a kind. There will not be one like it. I could use the same 4 colors and do it again and it would not look the same. So, and I love those kind of things, ones that are truly unique. So we'll pour this in here, get it in there. It's a little thicker, so you might need a little more water. Okay. And as I said, I just got a little bit in there. Just, I don't know if you can see or not, but it's just a little bit, just enough to cover the bottom. So go ahead and pour some water in. Just do a little bit, not much, because I don't want to, it's a lot easier to add more water than it is to add more paint. So that one might need a little more paint. So I told you what I did today, cleaning and Hobby Lobby and cooking and crafting. What kind of fun things did you guys do today? Anything fun? I know here in Indiana, it was crazy cold, windy, and it kept spitting snow all day. I didn't know it was supposed to snow, so that kind of caught me off guard. So I almost didn't go to Terre Haute, but I decided I'm still gonna go. I love Hobby Lobby, so. All right, so we've got the water in this, and you can see it's still got a little bit of a thickness to it, but it's watered down, so which is what we want. So got that. Get another popsicle stick. Stir this. So this cup is for a friend. I've got a friend of mine whose birthday is this week, and so I thought I wanted to make her something a little bit unique. She is in my office. And she does not have Facebook, so I don't have to worry about her being on here. At least she didn't as of Thursday and Friday. Actually, she's in Florida right now, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I thought I would make one for her. I've got a cup like this at the office, and I use it every day. And she always comes in and goes, "I just love your cup." And I said, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that," which I do. I love hearing nice things about it. So, is it cold there too? Oh, Karen, you worked. Sandra, my granddaughter and grandson are both in North Carolina too. What parts of North Carolina are you in? North, south, east, west, central? I guess it's kind of a long state, so. I know here it was, I think 33 around 1 o'clock. So I kept thinking it was just going to start freezing, like the roads were going to get icy. It didn't, thankfully, so that was nice. So I have these all stirred up, everything ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, kind of like you do a lasagna, you do it in thirds. I'm going to do that here too. Was it rainy? Near Raleigh, Sandra. Oh, my daughter is in the southern part of North Carolina, but it looks like it was cold there too. So anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this into thirds, kind of like you would a lasagna. You would layer it. I'm going to pour just a little bit of this in each one, and then just kind of keep building on it. So we'll go ahead and pour some of this in here. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for checking in on us and watching this video. I do appreciate it. My goal is to kind of show you some of the unique ways that we can do things. I don't know if you know much about us or not, but Miss Rhonda is an amazing wreath maker. She creates some unique things, always a lot of fun. And then I do more of the personalizations of it. I make the signs, some of the signs, not all of them. And then of course I do cups, other signs and things like that. I can cut decals out. I've done that for some people. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's not something I would have ever thought that I would have done at one point, but now that I do, I can't imagine not doing it. So it's been good. My husband, for the longest time I was downstairs. We have a 2-level farmhouse, and I was set up on the back patio, back porch area, and I kept on saying, I'll get it all cleaned up, and I would. For the longest time I'd clean it up, but then it got to be around November, and I'm thankful. We were very, very busy, but oh, thank you, Courtney. I'm working on a couple cups for Courtney too. Can't wait to get those finished up. Anyway, I was working on stuff so much that I couldn't even put the things away at nighttime, which I typically would beforehand. And he said, so what do you think about me making you a craft room? And I go, I think I would love that. Being able to leave everything out and shut the door, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's what he did. So my Christmas gift from him was for the month of December. Seemed like about every day I came home, let me stack these up and get these out of the way, I would have something else done to my craft room. So we still have a few more things we're going to add to it, but for the most part, she's at least functional. Alright, so I have these colors in here, and it looks like a mess, but you can kind of see the division of colors in there. So I think it's fun. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do with this, okay? I'm not going to stir it. We have layered the colors. We've got like a lime green, a turquoise blue, a light blue, and then a darker blue all in here. And we've layered them three times over. Green, medium blue, light blue, dark blue, green, medium blue, all the way through. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to put it on top of here. I'm going to attempt to not spill it all over me. But hang on. I do have a tray here because I'm not that good. So let's go ahead and put that on here. And I'm just going to turn it upside down. Hey, she didn't leak this time much. She's starting to come out. And I'm just going to let the colors all kind of funnel down to the bottom so that they're on the top of the cup. Just going to leave it there for just a second, a couple minutes. See if anybody else has said anything. Sandra, I'm glad that how did you hear about us? I'm curious about that. I'm so thankful that you're on here. That's really neat. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Okay, so you can kind of see here, this is kind of what we're looking at, but it's going to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to lift it up. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We're going to lift it off. 1, 2, 3. Facebook. Sandra, perfect. That's what we want. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yay! And there she goes. And what I'll have to do is I'll have to do something with the handle by itself. Maybe I can get the drips to come off or pick some up off of there so that the handle can have some multicolors too. So you can see there's some sections like right here that didn't quite cover. Of course, we've got the handle too. But there's a lot of it pooling right up here on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully try and tip it over there. Let me make sure. I'm going to turn this just a little bit so you guys can see the remaining part of it. I think we got a really great cover, really, other than that right there at the handle. Can you guys see the color variations on there? Hi, Linda. Hi, Gina. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to carefully pull my sleeves up because I will end up with some on me. I'm going to pour it that way, just ever so slightly. Of course, this is live, so if it messes up, everyone will see it. So you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of tilting down. All right, there we go. All right, and then I have a spot right over here that's still white. So again, I'm going to lean this over just so some of the excess will go that way. And it does swirl the paint a little bit on the bottom. So it's kind of cool. I like that. All right. Go in down, baby. Another thing, if you don't know me very well, you'll know I talk to myself when I do this. When I do anything like this. I'm just taking my finger and just touching the two little spots there. And voila, I think we're good. So now what I want to do is I want to try and work on getting that handle covered with the variety of the colors too. Got my napkin here because I am a messy person. What do you guys think of that so far? Can you see the colors very well on there? Let's see if I can get that up there a little bit. I'm afraid to pick it up too much. There's my cup real quick. You see the variations? Let me see if I can lift it up there without making too big of a mess. Move this with it. So you can see the variations of the colors in there. And all we did was just layer those colors together. And it made it just a unique look. Like I said, this is going to be a one. It is fun, Kayla, it is fun. This is going to be a one of a kind. I could use the very same colors again and it would. Thank you, Kim. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. It's never going to be replicated, you know. I'd like to do one in pinks and purples because I love pink and purple. And so I'd like to do it in that as well. That'll be something that'll be upcoming and you'll probably see posts on that. But this one is for sale. What I'll do now at this point is I'm going to leave this for 24 hours. Thank you, Sandra. I'm going to leave this for 24 hours, 12 hours, just to let it dry really good, maybe 24. I'm going to use some of this iridescent on the handle here just so that it can pick up some down here so that we've got a variation of colors down here. We just need to coat the lid, or the handle rather, sorry. So, and that's really just about it. Once this completely cures, once it's been dry for 12 to 24 hours, then the next thing I'll want to do is just come up with a cute little saying to put on there, like, but first coffee, or, you know, some encouraging saying, a monogram, you know, whatever I choose to do, whatever, you know, you want on there. And then once it's all done, then we'll put the epoxy over the top of it. What I probably will do with this one, because this one is for my friend, is I'll add a little bit of white glitter to it. And white glitter actually will take on the color of the cup. And so it's really cool because then I can add just a little bit of the white glitter to the epoxy and put it over the cup, and it gives it just like a, I don't know if you can see it, be careful now. I don't know if you can see it on here or not, but it just kind of gives it a little bit of a shimmer without being completely glittered. And I'm going to do that with this cup as well. Put just a little bit of glitter because every woman, well, most women like a little bit of glitter. I like a little bit of glitter. So that's what I'll do with that. So, so the girl that I'm giving this to, she is a woman of faith. She is a sweet, sweet, sweet lady. And she's my age-ish, maybe a little bit older than I am. What would you think of putting on there? Just what kind of an encouraging phrase would you put on there? Do you have any suggestions? One of my favorite sayings lately has been, but first coffee. But that's just because every day I need to start with the Lord and then I need to have coffee. Because I am not waking up like I should, I don't think. So let me see if I can get a little, yeah, here's a little bit on here. It's not wanting to pick up real well. There we go. Now it's starting to wind down there. Nice. I thought about putting something along the lines of she thought she could, so she did, or I don't know if she's got a favorite Bible verse. We talk all the time, and we talk about church and things like that, but I don't think I've ever asked her what her favorite Bible verse is. So I don't know if I could do that, but I could put my favorite Bible verse on there. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. But then it's for me, so. Alright. I'm just kind of dabbing this on the handle just so that it has a decent coverage. Oh, because I'm not seeing it's not getting covered. I'm going to turn this around, and then I'll turn it back so you can see it when it's all done. Thank you, Donna. Donna, this is going to be for Jama. What would be a fun little saying for her? You know who she is. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Coffee told her she could. I love that. That's perfect. That's awesome. All right, so the handle has a little bit of, oh, there's a spot under there. Coffee told her she could, so she did. I like that. That's cute. I made my cup. Mine was the first one that I made, and it's the purple one. And I did boost that, so it was on Instagram and it was on Facebook and everything, just to kind of get these. This is a new cup that I had, and I wanted to really promote it. So I boosted it, and I got a lot of comments on it, and mine said, you can do it, and then like a heart, and then coffee. So it's kind of like the billboards where they did it, you know, like a message from God. It would have a message, and then it have like a line in God. That was kind of my inspiration on that one, is I just said, you can do it, and then heart, coffee. It does help me. Oh, there's a spot there. You little stinker. Get in there. All right, so now that it's poured on there, I don't know if you can see real well or not, but it's dripping along the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the popsicle stick, and I am going to just scrape along the bottom, just so I don't dump it over. It doesn't build up down there. We don't want to have like a little drip at the bottom. So here we go. I'll turn it around so you can see the handle. It is now covered, and it's in. So that is what they call a pour. And you can do any combination of colors. I did one earlier. Let's see if I can lift it up without spilling it. And this one I did with a lot of colors. 5 colors. It's not a lot, but it's more than just a couple. Let's see if I can do this without touching it. And then pick up the tray. All right, so here's this one. This is a larger one. And I did it with a variety of colors. On this one I have purple, pink, blue, green, and orange. And you can, I think, see those colors in there. And it just poured straight down. I mean, it was just a perfect pour. I was so pleased with that. The only thing I had to do was tip the top. Let me get this back down again. Tip the top so that it would, there was one spot that didn't get covered, and it turned out really nice. I'm super excited about that one too. That one will be for sale here soon. I don't think I'm going to put a saying on it. I think I'm just going to post it as it is, and then whoever decides they want to buy that, then they can come up with their own phrase if they want to, or if they just want to leave it alone, they can. But again, I think I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to the epoxy and put it over that so that it has just a little bit of a shimmer. So, well, I posted this week a few of the things that I've been working on. I put on there, I think I got paint on me. Oh well. I posted a picture last night of the purple cup that I did, and I did some hand painting of the flowers. And it was a little intimidating because I am not a very artistic person. I enjoy this kind of stuff. I can do random things, but when it comes to something that takes precision, I struggle with that. So so it was a little bit of a challenge for me, but I really had a great time doing it. It was neat. And I think the more that I play around with things like this, the more that I learn, the more exciting it becomes. So I'm just going to show you real quick some of the things that I did. And I think I shared with you the last time what happened was somebody, and I've since found out who it was, but somebody purchased, you know, I think she does. That's a good idea. That's a great idea, Donna. I like that. Somebody gave me a, oh, thank you. Well, so anyway, somebody gave me this crafting box, and it's a subscription that you can get with one of the Facebook pages that I covered. So the Facebook page that I follow had, it's called the Cuptisseries. And a lot of people are on there, and what they do is they share some of their designs, and it's good for someone like me who's more of a visual. If I see it, a lot of times I can recreate it. But having the ability to just come up with something has not always been my strongest point. So I really do enjoy that, and I share some of the things that I do with them too, and they appreciate it, and it's a nice thing. So anyway, a spin-off of that, this lady started a cup. It's called Teacups with me. I think it is Craft with Me or something like that. And what she does is she sends you a packet of all of the supplies that you're going to need, and all you have to do is provide the cups. And then she has a live feed, kind of like what I'm doing here, and she'll show you how to do the cups. And so what she's doing is she's taking what seems to be some of the most common cup designs that are on there and teaching us how to do them. I love this. I just love this. So what she sent us this last month was, let's see if I've got everything right here. Some crackle medium. There we go. Crackle medium. And then like 4 different kinds of paint. She sent some blue, some orange, pink. And then she also sent some alcohol inks, which are like this right here. This is the color. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. This is espresso. This is what I used on that one that looks like wood. That was so much fun. When I got done with it, I was super, super excited about it. So with both of them, we did the same thing. In the one with the wood, I showed you specifically what the cup started off with. It's actually a camo cup. I found a great deal. They clearanced several of the Ozark Trail camo cups out in Plainfield, and so when we were up there one day, I just cleaned up. I bought a bunch of it. And so that's what I started with, and I painted this one a brown. It's like a chocolate brown, not this deep of a brown, but like a chocolate brown. And then we went over it with the crackle medium. We had to let the first paint dry. Crackle medium, let it dry. And then we went over it with white. I'm not sure where it is. We went over it with white paint. And I showed that in that picture, kind of a step-by-step how it looked, and it crackled. It looked great. I almost would have left it like it was because I thought it looked kind of neat. But she ended the video then and said that they would come back in a couple days and then we would finish them, allowing them to completely dry and everything. Well, then the flu hit her, just like it's hit a lot of other people, and I'm sure some of you may have even been some of those people. And so we kept postponing it, and then she was going to do it last Tuesday. Well, that was the day that we were traveling back from North Carolina. And so I didn't get to do it then. So I finally had the opportunity to sit down and actually get caught up on some of my cup work last night. And while I was finishing up, I thought, I'm going to go ahead and watch that video. So this is what we did with this. Of course, this was white last night. And then we just took the alcohol ink and some rubbing alcohol right here. Don't look at my container. This is my crafting rubbing alcohol. And we just rubbed it on there. And then I started kind of putting it in spots so that it would kind of look like, I guess what I was going for with this was that it would look like my mom and dad's living room walls. They have stained walls all the way through their house, it seems like. They'd have a few drywall, but most of them were like walnut. And I just kept going over and over and over. I love this cup. It looks like wood. Let me make sure I don't get anything on it. I don't know if you can see it real carefully or not, but I mean, it's even got like a wood grain look to it. If I didn't know better, I would think that this was wood. So, but you can see on the inside, I got to clean up the lid yet, but it's not. It's completely just stainless steel. So I'm excited about this. I don't know what I'm going to put on this one yet, but I'm thinking about, let's see if I can find it, using like an off-white cream color and cutting a deer head on here. And then see if maybe my husband will carry it or, you know, put it up for sale or something like that. So what she did was she actually added like a powder, a dust to it, a gold dust, and put it over it. I felt like it kind of took away from the wood. I really liked the organic look of this. So that was a fun one. And then the next thing that we did was a few brighter colors. This one's got a turquoise color underneath and then the purple over the top of it, and it crackled as well. And then last night she taught us how to do the hand painting flowers. And that was intimidating to me So I practiced on a mat for the longest time, and then finally I just decided I'm just going to do it. So I don't know if you can see real well or not, but even after the picture I posted, I went through and kind of messed with it just a little bit, and even put some on the bottom. So there you can kind of see that. So it was a lot of fun. I have a long way to go with these. I'm still going to practice doing my flowers, but I do enjoy painting them myself. So there's a ton of YouTube videos out there, so I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and practice those. So I'm going to start wrapping things up. I appreciate y'all joining me today. I am going to be working on a few things, so you'll see some posts this week. I've got a couple unicorn cups that have been ordered. These are getting ready to go on. They're dry and ready to go, and all I have to do now is just add the epoxy and the glitter and get those going. We've got one that's going to be pink and white, like the one I did for my granddaughter, and then the second one's going to be purple and white. So I'll post pictures of those. Those are going out to a customer here in Indiana. And then I'm also working on this, of course. I've got another one that I'm finishing up that's over on the Turner. I'm going to assume that that's my Indiana customer that just sent that. Thank you. And then I've got another one that I'm working on that's also a coffee cup like this. Coffee cups have been going like crazy, and in fact I'm getting ready to order another shipment of those so that I can have them on hand. This one's going to be an iridescent silver, so very sparkly silver. And then I think it's a throwback to Pretty Little Liars, but you can correct me. I'm not up on that one, so I don't know much about it. But it says, "What would Blair Waldorf do?" So it's going to be the iridescent silver, and then in purple it'll say, "What will?" And then in gold glitter it'll say Blair Waldorf, and then in purple again it'll say "do," and then a question mark on there. So that one's going out this next week too. She's going to be picking it up on Friday. And then these two, I've got those to do too. So if you've got cup orders that you want to place, just get in touch with us. We have, I love doing personalized ones that you want to do. Is it Gossip Girl? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know that show either. So I love the saying though. It was cute. It was absolutely adorable. I'll post a picture of what it's going to look like and then what it actually looks like when it's all finished. The unicorn cups are pretty popular. I had a lot of great feedback on that. Thank you very much on that. I've got some orders that are coming up on those, and I've had a couple people tell me that they're actually going to place an order soon for I'm going to place an order soon for some unicorn cups that they're going to be placing in Easter baskets, which is a great idea. I thought that's a neat idea. You could put jelly beans in it or do something with it, whatever you want. So, so you'll probably see some more of those coming up pretty soon. So, hi Laura, how are you? It's good to see you tonight. So, anyway. Those are the things that I'm working on right now. This is a new technique that I've just learned this week, and then of course the wood grain and the purple crackle look. So I did look ahead, and next month's is coming here in the next week, and March 1st is when we're going to do that. So as soon as she does that one with me, then I will bring that one to you guys too. But it's a plaid, and I'm super excited about it. So it'll be fun. Is it really? Okay, so that's your plan too. That'll be great. So I think that they'll make great Easter gifts. I really do. They're small. Here, I'll show you. They're just a 10-ounce cup is all they are, and they have this sliding lid. And I thought, I mean, at first they've started carrying milk or baby bottles, and I thought, oh, I'm going to order several of those and give those as gifts. But then I thought, it's not see-through, and it's if you have to mix and match mix your formula up at all or have a certain amount, it'd be kind of hard to do that. And then B, that's kind of heavy. Those are a little bit heavy, so I didn't order those. But these are great, I think, and especially if they're older or don't like to throw things. They're great. So, my thought was, you give a kid milk within a couple hours, you're like, oh, I don't know if I wanted you to drink that. Let's throw it out. But in here, it'll stay cold. I mean, it will stay cold, so it wouldn't be bad even in a couple hours. So, all right. Well, that's all I have tonight. If you guys have any questions, I'll stay on for just another minute. Feel free to ask that, or you can private message us, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, send me a private message. I'm up for anything. But I do appreciate your guys' support. Everything seems to be going really well for us, and we're so thankful for that. And it's because of you and the good Lord being very generous to us, and we're very thankful for that. Miss Rhonda had a specific prayer request this week, and the good Lord answered that just exactly how she needed. Every single day she made a sale this week, and that was very cool for her. She'd prayed specifically for that. She's got a son that's getting ready to go off to college, and so this is helping her to put money back for that. So anyway, if you are one of those people, thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great evening, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.